neighborhood eats, it's Taco Tuesday. But right here in Freeport, why not celebrate every day? Freeport's nautical mile sits right here along the Woodcliffe Pier, making it a very easy target for Superstorm Sandy back in 2012. But 7 years later, it's back, it's bigger, and it's better than ever. We're live here outside of the Bethpage Federal Credit Union on West Merritt Road and South Long Beach Avenue in Freeport, where police say a drunk driver allegedly swerved off this road here, jumping the curb and striking a family of 4. Now, we are told this family is okay, they did survive. They were transported to a hospital late last night, and luckily, none of them sustained life-threatening injuries. Now, that's all we have at this time, but we will provide you updates as we receive them. Nydja Hood, Channel 7, Eyewitness News. Rapper Cardi B was back in Queens criminal court today in connection with her misdemeanor assault charge. She's accused of ordering an attack on 2 women at Angel's Strip Club in Flushing. Prosecutors revealed today her case is now before a grand jury, which is a sign her misdemeanor charge could be upgraded. Cardi B rejected an earlier plea offer and told the judge she would not be testifying. She is due back in court this August. Hello, I'm Nydja Hood. So here is what's trending on this Thursday, May 30th. So this November, Sesame Street will celebrate 50 years on TV, and leading up to it, all year long, many are finding ways to honor the children's show. Former First Lady Michelle Obama posted a picture of herself and the cast and shared how in awe she and her daughters were with meeting their heroes. And the U.S. Postal Service just announced it will honor the show through a series of stamps. The stamps will be available starting June 22nd. So the remix of Old Town Road with Lil Nas X and Billy Ray Cyrus is still #1 on the Billboard Top 100 and now is also in the brand new Rambo trailer.
Yeah, I'm gonna take my horse to the Old Town Road. I'm gonna ride till I can't no more.
All these years I've kept my secrets. But the time has come to face my past.
Now that won't be good for one person, Rambo. Last Blood hits theaters this September. Now Will Smith is the coolest, and if you want proof, watch how he talks to 2 young fans on the red carpet about his film Aladdin. By now you know he plays the genie, but the young ladies, they really thought he was a genie.
Where's my magic? I say, so what happened? So the genie, when I'm in public, I can't use my magic because people can't know I'm a genie.
Now that really did seem to clear everything up. Now finally, back to Lil Nas X. He surprised a group of elementary school kids in Ohio, and let's just say he was a big hit. Yeah, seems like you had a lot of little fans in that crowd there. Now send all your trendable videos to us with the hashtag #TheTrend. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. To the rest of the country, they're known as the Central Park Five. But in the new Netflix series, When They See Us, we're able to humanize these young men of color after being portrayed as predators for years, allowing us to witness this notorious experience as it happened from their eyes.
They made us lie, right?
Kevin Richardson, Raymond Santana, Yosef Salam, Corey Wise, and Antron McCrae. These are the 5 men who spent between 6 to 13 years behind bars after their wrongful conviction of a heinous sexual assault against jogger Trisha Miley. We've seen the headlines.
Wilding.
Wilding.
Wilding. By any name, it means terror.
But we never truly saw them. When They See Us is the 4-part series revealing all of their truths 3 decades later. Everything starting from that infamous night back in 1989 to their transitions post-incarceration after DNA evidence exonerated them years later. The series has brought this prosecution back into the spotlight and reignited reaction. Linda Fairstein, the prosecutor who observed the initial 1989 case, has since resigned from several nonprofit boards and has been dropped by her book publisher. All this as she faces a wave of backlash just days after the series debut. In response to the series, Fairstein says, quote, The series depicts me in a fictionalized version of events in a grossly and maliciously inaccurate manner. In an interview with ABC's 2020 that aired this spring, Fairstein still maintains the men were involved in some way with the Central Park jogger attack.
Those young men admitted to some part of either striking Trisha to bring her down to enable the sexual assault, holding an arm or a leg.
Now, while the men acknowledge there's no way they can go back in time and make up for the past, what they are doing is empowering themselves by looking ahead and reclaiming their voices and their truths. That's where the power lies. Reporting from Central Park, I'm Nydja Hood, Channel 7 Eyewitness News.
My son is not a murderer. My son would never kill this young lady.
Speaking exclusively with ABC's Nightline, the mother of Channel Lewis defends her son's name, saying police framed him.
They believe that my son is helpless. So this is one of the reasons why they did this to him. They were looking for somebody definitely to place these trials on, and I think that's the reason why they chose him.
An outcry of celebration after a jury found Channel Lewis guilty of first-degree murder and sexual abuse of Karina Vetrano in 2016. A verdict reached after 5 hours. Bob Boyce is an ABC News contributor and was the NYPD's chief of detectives who oversaw this case.
Big cases I've had in my career. I'm as positive as this case, as any case I've ever had.
But Lewis's attorneys say the DNA evidence was unreliable and his confessions were coerced. Chief Boyce stands by the ruling, saying this was indeed a fair trial.
My fear was always, in this case, it would come down to a racial issue. One of the fears we had. That's why we didn't put it out that he was a male black when we knew from the DNA profile. We kept race out of this thing.
Meanwhile, Veda Lewis has not spoken to the Vetrano family, but says if she could tell them one thing.
I sorry for their loss, but I will definitely let them know that my son is not the killer.
Nydja Hood, Channel 7 Eyewitness News.